The royal family could have handled Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step back from their royal roles differently, according to commentator Peter Hunt. The Duke of Sussex was reportedly cut off financially and Prince Charles stopped taking his son's calls, Prince Harry claimed in his Oprah Winfrey interview. Mr. Hunt argued Meghan and Harry's departure created a binary split between supporters of the Sussexes and other members of the royal family. Speaking to LBC, Mr. Hunt said, "Either you're pro-Harry or pro-William and there doesn't seem to be much room where you could navigate a path through or by. You can accept there may have been fault on both sides, where they could have reached different accommodation. And I do think history will judge that the institution could have done more not to jettison them in the way that they are now jettisoned." Host Eddie Mair asked, "Sometimes when regular families have a dispute between siblings, it's been forced to a parent to heal the wounds or knocks heads together, whatever's required. I wonder Prince Charles' possible role?" Mr. Hunt replied, "I don't think he has one at the moment. I think that's part of the tragedy. As you rightly say, lots of family go through this, they just don't have the misfortune of going through it discussed by people like you and I in detail and in many other places, but I do think he does have a role and I think it's clear he has a pretty bad split between him and his son Harry." Harry's upcoming memoir has also been tipped to cause potential new problems for the royal family and cause further tension with the Prince of Wales. A royal insider said, "There is a feeling among some of his long-term friends that Harry's outbursts, whether deliberate or unintentional, are chipping away at the prince's authority. This matters, as the day he becomes king is now no longer somewhere over the horizon. Charles himself is desperate not to exacerbate matters and, as always in matters concerning his children, is determined to avoid any confrontation. He has been hurt by some of the things that have occurred, but it's also fair to say he has also been baffled too." Speculation about Prince Harry's relationship with Prince Charles arose after the Duke of Sussex claimed his father had not been responding to his calls since his departure from the royal family in March 2020. The Duke of Sussex also claimed on the chat show that he had been cut off financially from the firm. Record released after the interview however showed Prince Charles had given the couple £2 million at the end of the financial year 2020 to 2021. A source close to the Prince of Wales said, "He was aggrieved by the idea that he was some kind of tightwad. Not only had he paid a huge amount for the cost of the wedding, he also had provided the couple with a substantial sum of money to help them become financially independent." Another news, only shortly after an armed man was arrested after breaking into Windsor Castle, it's being reported that the royal family are very concerned by recent changes to their security detail. The Duchess of Cornwall, Prince William, and Kate Middleton are among the senior royals who have expressed concern after recently losing some of their most loyal, trusted, and long-standing personal protection officers. The changes are being rolled out by Metropolitan Police Commander Helen Millichap, who is in charge of Protection Command. It's claimed that this move is to open up the team of specialist officers who are tasked with guarding the royal family. These specialist officers, who are known as Royalty and Specialist Protection, RAW-SP, are being moved into different roles in order to open up the esteem division to other officers and make it less cliquey. This means that the personal protection officers, known as PPOs, will have a reshuffle that's sure to have an impact on their charges, whom they protect 24 hours a day. A source explained to the publication, "Protection officers occupy very unique positions with MRFs, members of the royal family. They are with them 24 hours a day and it understandably takes a long time to build up a good relationship of confidence and trust. For that reason, it's believed that the notoriously private royals are fighting the Met to keep their favorite PPOs, rather than start from scratch all over again. Everyone is unhappy about it, not least some of the principals, royals," the source continued. "There have been a lot of changes in personnel, they have lost people they liked and valued. Some have made clear that they are really quite upset about it. It's believed that the Queen has expressed her own disquiet over the new lineup, which is understandable after her shock on Christmas Day at Windsor Castle.